Hello everyone. So it's time for another installment of working in my altered planner junk journal style today. Last time we decorated this 2-page spread, and today I'm going to work on this 2-page spread, which is looking just right, ready to be embellished. I'm going to take these off so that I can work on them better without all the distraction. And you can see the other side has some wood grain. I loved that print. And I just covered up whatever that sentiment was with some dictionary pronunciation type page. But it's pretty neutral. We got some cream, not a lot of color going on that side. And I'm thinking about this for this part where I add a new divider or tab edge. And then this side has a little bit of color on the side there. Yeah, that one didn't have the color on the side there. And then up here, but we do also have a lot of the neutrals still. So, thinking about that later on when I go to do the tab, I'm gonna use some poster putty underneath because I am notorious for moving my things out of frame, and I don't want to do that to you because it's annoying to me, and it's probably annoying to you as well if you can't see everything that I'm doing. So I'm going to try to behave myself with a little help here. Alright, first of all, I am also going to work with my favorite little printer here, the Canon Ivy, and I've printed out a couple photos to work with. And another super fun supply, if you're following my channel, you'll see the recent Simon Says Stamp card kit that I got. It is distressed vintage note or something like that. What's this called? I covered up the name, darn. But I also got, it comes with this stamp set, and if you want to see the full box opening, check in the corner for iCard and the description. But I ordered the coordinating dies, which I rarely do because it's pricey. So, but look at all these sentiments and all these elements I thought would be great for journaling as well as cards. And I don't really like fussy cutting, so I thought for sure I'm going to use that. And this one, the die is even better than I thought, and you'll see that I'm planning to use it in this spread. So that's super exciting, and I wanted to show how I'm using this card kit in journaling as well, because I think that stamp set is perfect for journaling, as well as in the card kit came this ephemera pack from Tim Holtz, which most of us junk journals know about these. It's not really junk because it's printed and produced for this, but oh, it's lovely. If you can get your hands on authentic ephemera, I'm all for that, but I haven't been as successful in that department, and I do love pretty paper. So let's go ahead and start with a couple pieces. Actually, let's start with the tab here because I think I'm going to cover most of it up. So I wanted to kind of go neutral, and you've seen this if you saw my last video. I have this tab punch. Of course, you can just cut, if you have a rounded square, you can punch a square and then just fold it in half and you have a similar look. But since I have this lovely little punch, I love to use it, and I have punched out of a scrap of cream cardstock. Just this little tab punch, and I have a little tip here because this punch came out of this scrap. And I do have more scraps, but you know, I like to use every bit, and it was the perfect size, but I couldn't get it very easily in to this punch without some help. And so this is just a hot little tip if you have a scrap of paper that just barely fits your punch. And I love, this is another thing I love. I use it a lot because I prep things in advance for videos, but this is a removable adhesive from Tombow. And so I've just put a little bit on there. You could just glue it down, I mean, because you're not going to need that part, but you know, I did that. And then this is a little bit thicker piece, but you want something that you can, it'll hold up. And then I just slipped this in here, and I use this little piece of scrap to help me get it in just the right place. And I have to say, the removable adhesive is a little bit tenuous because it's not permanent. So if you did just glue the very edge that and wait for it to dry, that probably would give you a firmer hold. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on. So I need some glue here. I have plenty of liquid adhesive, but staying in the theme of the Simon Says Stamp kit, this also came in the kit, which actually I've never used it before, and I'm really liking it. And it's kind of like it's gel medium, matte gel medium, but it's got a great little applicator here. Works better if it's not clogged. All right, there we go. I think I have a little clog in there. That's too much! Well, the clog came out, that's for sure. No worries, we will... So it might be a good idea to run your pin through that before storing it after using it. Obviously, I did not do that the last time I used it, and now my punishment is to have sticky, gluey fingers, I guess. So I want to get on to this guy. I have to lift it. Let's start on this side. I want to cover up all the torn paper from my original planner page that I ripped off the original tabs that came with it. And then we'll just put a little bit of this extra here. This is way too much, but I'm just using what I globbed out. There, it's quite lovely, and it's going to be hiding. So next, I think I am gonna go with some ephemera from the pack, and this pack had ephemera in like a rainbow of colors. I've crossed off ones that I've used just so that I'm not like, oh, where is that? And then I used it already. So I grabbed these two. This is just kind of a blue-green color. I thought it went well with this little scrap. You know I love the moth butterfly creature. And this one might be a butterfly, but I am not expert entomologist, so I don't know which one. I'm pretty sure that's a butterfly, but you know, I kind of just used both terms. And then they're just white on the other side. This one I am going to glue down partially, and I'm making sort of a tuck spot area here. Just want to leave some of the top open. And I am going to stick it here. I think it can overlap a little. I want to leave room for this. So maybe down a bit more. I hope I've left enough room because I have some other elements. Just make sure we'll get the glue off there. So that's partially adhered, and then this one I'm actually not going to adhere because I am going to use this moth as the tuck spot for that. I'm not quite sure how much glue I want there, so let me get this guy. Let me get this where I want it. And it is getting glue on there, which I don't want. Put too much on there. Let me see if that'll hold it. Well, I think that's good. I'm going to let this dry a bit. I want this tiny bit there, and I want the full wing there. I've learned the hard way not to stick the tuck in before it's fully dry because it can get glued in and then you get some tearing. So this one just has to sit happily waiting until I feel confident with that. Now, there was the stamp set I told you about. This I stamped out playing with things for the card kit. This is this right here. Look at the die cuts it out so well. I would never fussy cut that much. I wonder if I do have a poorly stamped one that I I didn't really try to do a good job fussy cutting, but you can see, like, I would not go in there. So I think that if I'm gonna buy a matching coordinating die set, this was the one to get, and I'm really happy with it so far. So what I want to do is stick this down right about here, and that's why I needed to leave some of the top open. I'm just gonna glue it down. Got all kinds of stuff on here. Okay, and if you didn't see the card video, and you're curious, I colored, there was also some Tim Holtz Distress watercolor pencils. That is what I colored this in with when I was kind of trying them out. It's Mowed Lawn and what's the other one? The pinky one I got? I don't remember, but something vintage. I don't know. Ask me in the comments if you just have to know what this color is. It isn't a perfect match, but it's pretty close, and that was just serendipitous. I guess, you know, I was just really lucky to get some colors that I really like, because I made this planner, altered planner a long time ago. Okay, I need, it's drying a little further than I want, so I want to, whoops, I don't want to go all the way down there, but let's see. That's a little palette knife there. I guess that's close enough, huh? It's not cooperating exactly how I wanted it to, but we'll see. We'll see how this all comes together. Things don't always go as intended. Now, I have another piece from the stamp set. Woo! I went and stamped a bunch out onto some Dollar Tree white tissue that you put in gift bags. So I have another scrap of this that I've torn, and I'm going to put that as kind of a little accent backdrop up there. I guess I maybe should have done it before my flower, because, oh, I wonder, I think that's down. Yep. Oh, well, we're just going to have to roll with it. Let's scoot you over. Down a little. Oh, you know what I can do? What am I thinking? Who says I have to keep it the way I had it? I'm going to tear it some more. It's very delicate though, so I gotta be careful. Or I'm going to have a really distressed look, but you know what? I wouldn't tell anyone. That kind of got a little wonky, but I think it's going to get covered up. And I don't know why I'm going to all the trouble to save notes, but I like that script. I like the word. I don't know. I want to keep it. Okay, there. Now, let's see what we can do with some photos. So these two, I printed like in a collage in the app. So it's one sheet, and then I just trimmed it off. And let's see. I'm going to stick this one up here. This is myself and my husband. So I'm kind of doing like a little love theme here. I don't want straight. I'm going to cover up some of the crooked little music notes. Because this stamp set, you know, Valentine's, it's all about love, affection. So I thought, what a perfect... Where did that come from? Oh, there's glue there. What a perfect journal spread to do then. And I found some pictures of us together over the last 2 years, I think. So kind of picked the ones that would do all right in such a small format. So, because sometimes it's just, you can't really see what's in the picture when it's this small. But these were pretty close up, and of course I didn't want any that I looked too terrible in. I try. There. So this is actually at Yellowstone. I got to visit that last summer. So cool. We had a little picnic. It was sunny. There's like a little sun ray coming down. It's not the most amazing picture quality, but it's really quite good for that tiny little printer. I have been very happy over the years, and I've taken it with me traveling even, which is super fun. Alright, so another thing, this is just a scrap sticker. I have like a little drawer of scraps and things that I keep. Now this, I think, originally came in one of those planner sticker packs, but I was thinking, you know, I need a heart. There's no heart in that stamp set, but I have plenty of hearts in dies and stamp sets, and this one just coordinated so well. It might be similar designer, maybe. I don't know who designed this print. I can't remember. Could it be Maggie Holmes? I don't know. If you know, comment. But yeah, I love it. All right, so what do we think? I think that's pretty good. And then this side can be pulled out and journaled. I may or may not add some corner rounding in the future, but I think that one's gonna be done. And then this side, look, it's just begging for a picture right there, isn't it? So let's see what we can do with that. I have another summer picture from a couple years ago, and it's, I had to cut off a little bit as I was trying to include, let me see, you're probably not gonna be able to see. Right there by my thumbnail, believe me, that's the Statue of Liberty. So this is the Staten Island Ferry, and that was a super fun experience. And I think I went with a different, some kind of nostalgic filter or something, because it was a little bit washed out in this, so I tried that. But I think it looks pretty cool. So I just have another piece of this cream cardstock here. So we're gonna coordinate with that side. And this looks a little bit like a Polaroid like that. I think I'm probably gonna cover some of it up. Maybe I'll keep some of it, but for now, let's see if let's punch and do this guy. And you can see this guy in action. I found a larger scrap, so I don't have to worry about where. This time, I will try not to put as much glue on there. Let's have a look. Not bad. Okay. Then we'll put this back down. And I feel like it's safe to adhere this. I don't think I need the gel medium for just this, so I'm going to use a tape printer. And I want room down here to do some more embellishing. That looks pretty good. Alright, so I have some other pieces from the card, the stamp set cut out. Remember that? And I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Look at this one. Love and affection. Is it just me, or am I just really enamored with the thin dies that cut it out? Love. It's probably because I don't know if I've ever actually bought the coordinating die set. Sometimes I used to get all the Spellbinders kits, and they had coordinating dies, which were super exciting too, but yeah. Alright, and then there's special. Any of these are contenders, I think. And then, oh, what I love about this stamp set is there's lots of things you can use in journaling and junk journals as little accents. So there's this little guy. I was thinking he might look good there. I don't know. But there's also, grab this one. There's this little flourish as well, which I saw on someone's card video. They used at the top and the bottom. It looked stunning. And if I wanted, I could just use it right here. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. I maybe just hang on to that for a minute. I like a little flourish here and there. I did want to use this. Let me see if this... They don't look too bad together. What do you think? This is crooked. Oh well, we're gonna live with that. Well, I'm gonna wait on that, and then I'm gonna move on down here. And I've got a few things from that ephemera pack, and a few things from my stash. So, this right here was a scrapbook paper cut apart. Do not remember what brand or anything, but I had it in that drawer. I think I'm going to use it down here, like on the bottom. It's going to overlap a bit. I think that's okay. Where'd my tape printer go? Let's do that. Let's try not to put it on upside down, yes. And don't glue this under there. So that's a good little I love that script, and it seems to go pretty well. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they were the same artist that designed that. Next, we're going to do a little collage here. Now this piece with the kind of green aqua color was from the ephemera pack, the Tim Holtz ephemera pack. And it's called, did I mention this? Where'd it go? It's called Palette. So, I don't know if I mentioned that, but if you're looking for it. And these ones are a little bit thinner than some one of the other ones I had bought. Okay, this right here is also from the ephemera pack. Are you gonna focus there? Yeah. It's like a little snippet of ledger paper, and you can actually see there's a right way up. August 31st, 56, 656, so cute. It's got some creams, a hint of blue, and a little bit of pinky red in there. And then we have a postage stamp. I tore this apart. It had a, yes, it had a buddy right here. Oh, maybe it was on top, because that's where I tore it. And I want to use the other one for something else. I just want a little blue in there because I got some blue over here. And then I had, oh, and this is also from the ephemera pack. That's the final third one, but I'm not worried about using it because I actually bought a second pack of, I liked this so much. They had them on sale at Joann, and it's coming in the mail because the local store was all out. So I think they had to go all the way to New York to get it, but it's coming. And this, I was going to tell you about this. It's just a sticker, but I wanted to show you. This is an oldie but a goodie. And I can link an iCard where I showed this in a video, and maybe put it in the description, hopefully. This is an easy journal that I did, and it's got elastic binding, so the pages could be taken in and out. It's not stitched in, but I have it color coordinated. Let me zoom out a little for you. And then I just added this little pocket here. But so red, different ephemera, I've collected them. These are vellum. I think I used vellum because it's a little thicker, and glued them down to make pockets, and I just inked the page to delineate the color, and I have it in sort of rainbow order. I'm not sure why purple's there, but different. And so there's a lot of ephemera that could be categorized. Some of them it's like, which color is that? Or it has more than one color. But if you like to work by color, this is a good way to organize your supplies. And I kind of never really commit completely to a system. So I did do this, and it worked great in this project. And sometimes it's not always the best solution if you're looking for more themed. So sometimes people organize their things around a theme, but if you're a color one, that's a great way to do it. And if you have any kind of pocket sleeves that, you know, so you don't have to make it yourself, it's a great way to organize them. And that was a really long-winded way of saying that's how I picked out this little piece of ephemera. So I think I'm gonna put this guy down first. I think I want to not, whoops, I'm always doing it upside down. I think I want to not try to do it straight, so I'm going to purposely put it at an angle there so I don't get caught up in feeling like it's not straight. And then I think I want this one next, and I'll use the glue for them. Sometimes the glue gives me a little wiggle room for adjusting my placement, and sometimes it's easier to put it on because the piece is real small. So there's a variety of reasons why I choose a certain thing. This is adhesive. It feels pretty sticky, so I might stick with just that. Stick. No pun intended. Let's see. Get it sticking out, and then we have this one. Light is rather washed out. Why is it doing that? I'm sorry about that. Oh, I hope it's not too bad, because I can't exactly do this again. Let's pull you down a little. Oops! Why am I putting everything on upside down? Probably no one would notice, but I went and mentioned about the August, and maybe I'll cover it all up. Oh, silly. How about a postage stamp, huh? Had a little blue. I don't know if you noticed, but I did think about all the colors. So there's blue here, pink, pink, that's the green. And so a lot of these color choices are intentional, and also to coordinate with that side. This is not the same pink as that, but you know, you don't have to do everything exactly. Now I was thinking about using this is also from the stamp set, A Token of Love. I feel like it could go over here. I thought I was going to make this a short video, but I just looked at the time. Well, you never know. There's probably a bunch of stuff, gluing and stuff that I can cut out. Now, the question is, can I glue this on with the gel medium that I have out? Let's see how thin a line we can get. Ta-da! I think it worked. Ooh, I like this. And at first I didn't think I liked the ends sticking out. I was thinking of trimming it, but it's cute. I actually like it like that. Okay, and then we have special. There's lots of layers going on this card, because this was a special moment, and this is my special someone. So that fits perfectly. Well, let's see. What do you think? I might go in and color the little flowers. What did I do with my watercolor pencils? If somebody was dying to know which pencil this was, I can tell you. Victorian Velvet. And there it is, the three I got. I got Wilted Violet, Mowed Lawn, and Victorian Velvet. Kind of want to just see. I hope I don't regret this. It's tiny. I just think I'm going to color a little. I don't think it needs to be wetted. Just added a little bit of color there. And I like that. And I think that's how I'm going to leave it today. So, have a nice look at that. Maybe I'll pull them and show you up close real quick. We have a lot of collaging. There's room for like a word or two down there, but this one is mostly just for show there. And then this one, pictures, and this guy comes out and has all that room and could journal more there and could stick something small in there, but I don't want to cover up my face. Not particularly, at least. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you all. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful and creative day. Bye!